Let's move quickly to this wonderful story that no one seems to be reporting about Mike Penner, the LA Times sports columnist. Been at the desk for 23 years and decides he's going to become a woman. His column, which you can see right there, was called Old Mike Knew Christine.
Wow.
Yeah. Laura, will he be able to go into locker rooms? You've done sports.
I have.
Or she. Or he.
Right.
Or now.
Or
Good one. You know, that's going to be the wild card. That's going to be a very telling part of his new job and this new role. I think that going in as a woman, it is a little sketchy when you go in. You're not necessarily warmly received.
Did you see a lot of genitalia?
I saw a lot of short towels. And
Speak slow, speak slow.
It was steamy at times, but you know, it's very difficult going in as a woman. I think that the mood in the room has definitely changed when you walk in. So it's going to be very difficult, I think, for him, her, however you want to say it.
But this dude is going to be every guy's dream date. Finally, a chick that's really genuinely into
there's a lot of guys who have their dream date with a former guy.
A chick who's into sports stats, you never hear of that.
Maybe online,
so finally there will be one.
Online, he's a perfect date, but at the restaurant, he's not a perfect date.
Well, that raises a good question. Bill, how come, because I think you're an expert on this, how come there are no good-looking transsexuals, yet people still go and have surgeries even though they still look like men in dresses?
Maybe modern medicine will catch up, Greg. I mean, I think that this is creating sports writer transsexual awareness. I applaud it. And if this means that Marv Albert can start doing Nets games in the garter belts that he so much adores, then we've come someplace. We've come someplace.
Allegedly.
No, not allegedly, Greg.
No, just trust me, for your own sake, say allegedly.
Marv allegedly likes
it gets us out of so many problems when we say allegedly.
Maybe he's an Arquette. We don't know.
Exactly. Who is that Arquette? Alexis Arquette.
Yeah, he's going through surgery soon.
Yeah. Well, good on him.
Kudos to him.
Good on him. You know who else gives us a lot of entertainment is Joe Francis, who is now being charged with another misdemeanor sexual battery. He's already serving time for contempt of court, and there's something else.
Wait, Joe Francis, Girls Gone Wild?
Yes.
That doesn't sound like him, does it?
He's charged with sexual battery for recharging his sexual battery, I think, is what it is.
Ooh.
But I mean, it was a little bit of like this action, like he kind of did this to a chick, and got in a little bit of trouble. But it's kind of like arresting a baker for icing a cake, right? That's what he does. It's his job.
He's iced a lot of cakes.
That he has. I want to move on to another topic that's dear to my heart, pornography. According to Google searches, they found the epicenter of porn searches, like where the searches are coming from, and it's Milton Keynes in the UK, which is this kind of quiet, boring town. In the top 10, 6 of the cities were from England, and only one city, which was Irvine, California, was from the United States. I find this amazing. Is there something wrong with England?
There's nothing wrong with anyone who likes pornography. I mean, the idea, this is more of hating ourselves. You know, it's a multi-billion-dollar industry that is not, 10 people buying $1 billion worth each. That's all of us. We should accept it and like it. And also, Irvine has a wonderful excuse because they're producing the porn out there. So they're just checking it out to see how it looks online. They don't need to watch it. They made it in Irvine.
How can anyone trace porn, though? There are so many sites out there. How can anyone say they actually traced all the visits back to certain cities? That's ridiculous.
Yeah, no, they did it, though.
I guess
I'm sure they did. I'm sure they did it.
How many sites have you been to?
Me, personally?
Yeah.
No, I don't use computers.
The better question is how many sites has she been on? Let's get to the facts here. Yes.
She charges like $49.95 a month.
I know. I can't
I'm going broke there.
I tried expensive.
$49.95.
All right, we got to move on. I want to thank you, Penn Jillette. Andy, are you wearing a bronzer? You look really, really gorgeous right now.
He's a handsome man.
That's between me and Shauna.
Yes. All right, go ahead. I'm sorry. I had to bring it up.
All right. Hugh Grant arrested. I guess he beaned some guy?
Yeah. God help you.
I enjoy the delayed reactions.
Thank God you have the bronzer.
I know. It's like it's the white version of no, he didn't.
So it's like no, he didn't, but in a better tax bracket.
Exactly. And with all the letters.
With all the letters.
Rachel, Google knows the geographical location of people who use its search engine because every computer has a unique IP address. It's the same way you can trace people who send emails if they're not smart enough to know how to disguise their IP address or stuff like that.
You're such a geek.
And? I'm a bronze geek.
Yes, you are.
I want to talk about this study. It was in Fortune magazine. First study ever to look at a woman's purse. Would look inside a woman's purse. They grabbed like 100 women, had them empty their purses out. They found that each purse had an average of 67 items, and some of the items went from lipstick to sexual aids. One even had a summons for prostitution.
Yeah,
I like that. I want to meet that woman.
Girl.
You know that girl. Laura, what's the weirdest thing in your purse?
Oh my!
You're never supposed to ask a woman what's in her purse, though. That's the first thing a
It's
woman who was a
dangerous
man.
and tender territory to ask that
I
question.
got it, but there must be something disgusting.
It's like asking a man what's under his mattress.
No, actually, it's like asking a man what's in his bathroom cabinet. That's the first thing I do when I get invited to people's homes. I go into their bathroom and I check out what's in their cabinet. Just
Right.
because you can tell a lot about people from doing that.
Note
Have
to
you ever done
self:
that?
Rachel's not coming to my house.
Hey, Jesse, women always say that men are pigs, but when you look inside a purse, it's you find the most repulsive, disgusting things, like used napkins and things like that. Isn't it a bit hypocritical?
Yes. I'm just amazed the study was done. I mean, I don't know. Who decided that who spent the money on this? Some company decided we're going to pay people to look in women's purses and count the average number of things in women's purses.
Wow.
Well,
Who cares?
It's a good point, because they said that if you calculate the number of items in a purse and then calculate from there the amount of marketing opportunities, you have over 2.5 billion purchase opportunities based on products in a purse.
But it's interesting. They say that's because they said, there's the 67 things in the purse. They're buying them each once a month. But as we discovered, the things in the purse, you said, gross things like used Kleenex is a prostitution ticket. Are you buying these things really once a month? Are there really as many purchasing opportunities as they think here?
Maybe she was for purchase.
Bill, you have a purse.
It's a man bag, Greg.
Yes.
And it's a lovely one, Bill. Let me tell you that.
Thank you. It's got an odor to it that is unique. But actually, in the interest of research, I went through Rachel's purse before the show.
Yeah.
And none of the things in the study that I found in her purse were in there. It was a bag of toenail clippings and your home address.
Oh, my God.
Just an FYI. That's a Fox News exclusive.
Could we tell whose toenail clippings they were?
All of them were painted.
Next
So they're
study.
Greg's then.
Yeah, they're mine. They're mine. I want to talk about somebody else's nuts. Tom Cruise is set to play Klaus Schenk Graf von Stauffenberg, the Bavarian colonel who tried to kill Hitler with a bomb that killed 4 others when he tried to kill him but didn't kill Hitler.
I don't know who that colonel is, but he just got sexier.
Do you think this is a good move for Tom, Laura?
I don't know. I think that he
Maybe
needs. I think the Mission Impossibles did well for him. I think that he should stick with something like that. I think that a lot of people don't like him very much right now, so maybe he should have picked something.
Well, so
a
in
little
fact,
more.
he's playing a Nazi soldier who failed in his attempt to kill Hitler.
First of all,
that's got to
what
be
Nazi-
someone people don't like so much either.
What Nazi soldier was 5'2"?
A very, very bad Nazi.
That was a
They're
weak
really
for the
useless
Third
ones.
Reich. I don't remember the Third Reich looking like that.
No, it's true though. He has to play these characters now because he's got to look noble and heroic, right, Bill?
Well, yeah, but the big crime here is that, as we saw from this picture, the real-life guy was far more gorgeous than Tom Cruise.
He is a handsome man.
He is a very good-looking dude. By the way, my grandfathers both fought for our side in the war. I just want to get that out there. It's hard talking about this stuff with Schultz as your last
One
name.
thing we already know about this movie is that there's going to be a lot of very intense running in it. A lot of things. It's
Away from Xenu.
He's got to get in shape, man, because he's fat. He's very fat. He's almost as fat as me.
Oh, stop it now.
Oh, I'm fat.
Is he going through? What's happening with him and Katie?
Oh, they're still happy together. We talk all the time. Michael Shields from Las Vegas writes, as a philosophy major in college, I studied the greats to answer my deep and profound queries. However, Plato, Socrates, and Aristotle can't seem to answer this one burning question for me. Why don't you guys laugh at Rachel's jokes? The woman is a genius. Laugh at her.
Now you're going to be kicked out of your fraternity. That's nice, though. Thanks.
Angeline Bronner from Sarasota, Florida writes, I am a stay-at-home mother, and my husband and I TiVo your show each night. Your show helps break the Elmo monotony of my days. You guys deserve raises. Don't we all? David Rosen from Plainview, New York writes, you guys might owe me $22,000 in law school scholarships because I have finals coming up next week and can't seem to fall asleep before your stupid show is on. And finally, Cassandra Hollingsworth from Brenham, Texas writes, my friend and I have been arguing who gets Andy. Does he prefer redheads or brunettes?
Coming up tomorrow, we'll look into reports of a New Zealand grandmother finding a condom in a McDonald's Happy Meal. No word yet from McDonald's execs on whether they're considering changing the name to Happy Endings Meal. Then, a new study shows that having regular sex is good for your health. In related news, I'm feeling a little peaked. Plus, is Rosie O'Donnell the Kieran Chetry of The View? Also, an arrest warrant is issued in India for Richard Gere. We'll take a hard look at the rising power of India's gerbil lobby.
Clappy. You get a clappy on that. That joke never gets old. I'm sorry.
It really doesn't.